All right, everybody, welcome back. Fuck. I had to restart stream because YouTube is fucking dumb. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We're gonna play some Monster Hunter Rise. It's gonna be casual. Figured I might as well play something with Ivan. We got Ivan here joining us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna quickly change the title and thumbnail because I didn't get a chance to do so because YouTube is really complicated with how they fucking do this shit, and it pisses me off. But it's gonna be great. Yeah, it's been a while since we played Rise. Jesus, it's me especially.
Yeah, you're gonna have like world controls on your brain.
Yeah, exactly. But it's gonna be great. Squiggly, is this? Hi. Oh, what's up, Vax? Is this Rise? Real quick, we'll get to Rise. Sorry, I might have to go back and delete that. Delete that one like 13-second VOD because YouTube fucked up. But anyways, it's all good. We're gonna start playing Rise instead of World because I've been streaming a lot of World lately. But you know what? I also really like Rise. I like both of these games equally, actually. I really don't have any preference, but I've been playing so much World that frankly I kind of should play Rise. So we're just gonna play some of that, and then I don't know how long we'll be playing, but Hell in Hell. Oh, we're not doing Hell in Hell. Sorry, I got to change the thumbnail and like some of the metadata, and then fucking Microsoft Copilot. Anyways, what's up, Vax? How you doing? And then just for YouTube because it should still be pinned on like Twitch and stuff. Oh, I guess maybe not. We'll pin it again. End of stream. There we go. Hopefully we're not. Oh, we're getting some massive encoding problems. What the fuck is that?
Should I go make the lobby?
Yeah. Bruh, what is fucking OBS up to now? Why am I skipping so many frames? What's up, Botrix? How you doing? Gonna change the data in. Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about. I got special guest Ivan here. He's my childhood buddy. We've known each other for, Jesus Christ, a really long time. Let me just figure out where all this lag is coming from. Dude, don't make me restart OBS and have to restart the fucking stream again. I might just have to do that. Yeah, BRB. Sorry for spamming everybody's notifications on Twitch. Fuck. Or wait, is it because I'm compiling shaders? That might be it. Hold on. We'll see. Go back to watch mode. Go to my stream, Twitch. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Out here, we smoking penises. Oh, it stopped. Okay, it stopped lagging. Thank you. Thank you. It stopped lagging. Oh wait, that's the wrong save. That's my speedrun save. Shit. But yeah, for those who haven't seen it, Rise is like a portable version of Monster Hunter World. It's interesting. It's a lot faster. The movement mechanics are like a lot more thorough. It's more in line with like older school Monster Hunter games. As a matter of fact, Ivan and I, we're like older school Monster Hunter players, and we actually kind of prefer this game a little more. Well, I don't know about me. I like both of them, but I'm gonna join the lobby.
By the way, password's funny number.
There's a lot of funny numbers.
The standard one.
Play online. Find search by lobby ID. Oh, can you invite me on Steam? I think you got to do that, right? Or wait, how does it work?
No, you don't have to. You can just go to friends and just like join off of me there.
Oh, there you are. Enter lobby. Oh shit, what is it? 69? Oh, did that work? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's still here. Sorry about that, everybody. Some minor technical difficulties. But it's great. We're gonna play some Monster Hunter. I got a reshade going so the game's really colorful. I might actually turn that down, maybe. Graphics setting HDR. What's up? I apparently have to reach master rank 120. Oh, it's gonna take me a bit. It's gonna take me a bit.
Yeah.
Tempering the fears. Hunt all target mod. Oh. Ivan, do you want to do this one?
Easy.
Easy.
It's only the master rank 3 quest, man.
True. Did I have traps in there? Do I want traps?
I can already tell your Monster World mentality is already
What,
kicking
because I'm
in.
bringing traps?
Yes.
I brought traps before I played World, though.
Nah, we murder it here.
I'm not going to capture it. The traps are for keeping the monster still. Also, I'm going Goblin. Oh, this 4K HUD mod, Ivan. You need it. You need it. It looks so nice. Okay, get on my Palamute. Yeah, cool thing about Rise compared to World is you get Palamutes like this. They're just like cool rideable dogs. Oh, fuck.
Versus the very incontrollable rideable things you can ride in that game.
Yeah.
Who oftentimes have a mind of their own.
They just go where you pin on the map. It's not that complicated.
I know, but it takes so long versus just getting a dog and heading straight for there.
4K HUD mod? Yeah, because this game was originally made for the Switch and they didn't upscale any of the HUD elements. So if you were to play this natively on PC without modding it at all, the HUD is like really pixelated and shitty. So I have a mod that upscales it. And it makes the game look... It's such a small thing, but it makes the game look so much different. And so much better.
I don't have any issues like that.
I forgot how juiced Evade Extender was in this game. it doesn't go anywhere near this far in world. Does the normal HUD look that bad? Look that bad? It doesn't look like terrible. Like I was able to play the game like that for years. But once I went the upscaled HUD, I never went back, man. It's hard. Ivan's playing the goated hunting horn. I might have to make a new weapon because I kind of want to try out. Oh, yeah, it's definitely gonna take a bit of relearning. Anyways, how's everybody doing? I think we're still live on YouTube, right? I hope so. I hope so. Oh yeah, because Botrick's joined.
Oh, sick! I triggered a turf war.
Hell yeah. And then where is my skins? Whoa, did I not bring armor skins or no, just the demon powder? I brought just the powders. One cool thing this game does is you get switch skills, so you can actually customize what moves you get out of both of your weapons, which in World you have like a fixed loadout. So it's a little easier to learn all the weapons in World, but like it's definitely, you get way more customization in Rise. Oh yeah, this long ass roll is gonna take me a lot to get used to. But you can kind of see like a lot of the older school Monster Hunter DNA and like the HUD and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot I have the semen meter. That's awesome. Have you ever heard of the semen meter mod, Ivan, for this game? Just complete silence.
Mm-hmm.
The semen meter is the best thing. My semen levels are low.
Scared.
You're scared.
Oh, the fuck.
It's the most important HUD element ever. It's basically just a fancy DPS meter.
Ah.
It tells me if I'm doing damage often enough. The hell is semen meter? Oh, okay. Yeah, basically what I just explained. It's a funny little mod I have that tells me if I'm doing enough DPS or not.
I always know I'm doing enough damage because I see them dying.
Yeah. I installed it as a gag in one of my videos, and that was like the extent of it. But yeah, it's not natively in this game. It's just a fun mod I have. Oh, right. I can do this to build up my sword. You also get like wire bugs in this game, which are part of the movement mechanics. You can zip around wherever you want.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard like the people the like the world stands just like absolutely like a bitch just hate on the wire bugs. I'm like, isn't the clutch claw the
I
same
don't.
thing?
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. It's like the clutch claw is virtually the same thing if you really think about it. These two games, I don't understand what it is with Rise fans and Worlds fans because these two games are like almost identical. It's just a matter of preference which one you like. And that's part of the reason why I like them both, because at the end of the day, it's just Monster Hunter. All the games are awesome. I don't think Monster Hunter's ever made like an actually bad game.
Some of the earlier titles are rightful bitches to play.
Yeah, they're fucking terrible. They're the series needed some polish back in that day, which is fine because it's earlier in the series. But nowadays, it's like the best it's ever been, honestly. Except maybe Monster Hunter 4, but I think that's just nostalgia.
You guys saw Dark Souls as well. We'll have fun grinding and getting your ass whooped at the same time.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh man, fighting Gravius for the first time in Monster Hunter 1 was the absolute bane of my fucking existence.
Gravios. I wish we got Gravios again, man.
Dude, I would love to see him come back. As much of PTSD inducing he would give me.
Yeah. I hope Gravios comes back, man. Okay, that's the button for it. I had to remember what it was. This is Nargacuga. Oh yeah, that roll distance I am so not used to. Oh yeah, the other thing compared to World, the characters are actually voiced. Like, not just the cinematic character, but like your actual player character, which for some reason World didn't do. I always thought that was weird.
I'm just getting started.
The sharpness meter is also really different. Like, instead of World filling up the whole gauge and then just changing color, it actually shows you the full meter. And that's something that old school Monster Hunter used to do. It takes a lot of the good from World and then a lot of the good from like the older school games. I feel like Rise does.
Say goodbye. Be careful. Be careful.
Oh shit. I am so out of practice with this game though.
Here it comes. Incoming.
That, and I'm also trying to read stream chat.
This is the end. Be careful.
Does your character at least grunt in World? Yeah, like they'll grunt and they'll like groan in pain, but they don't actually talk like they do in Rise. And what's cool is when they talk in Rise, it's really useful. Like you can hear your teammates going, "Oh, it's going after you," or like shit like that, or "It's about to attack."
Or
It's actually
more
really
important,
useful
like,
call outs.
"Rebel," and then which
Yeah,
means it's gonna
exactly.
do something big.
Yeah. It took a lot of practice for me to not have that in World and still figure out what the monster was doing. Because I was so used to Rise doing that.
You're done for. Something's coming. He's up to something.
But yeah, I never understood why you have like a mute protagonist in World. It always bothered me. Okay, it's dead.
Nothing personal, buddy. Gonna need some of this.
Oh, I missed this game. It's gonna take me a really long bit to get back into it though. Okay. Oh, other cool thing about Rise is the monsters are on the map right away. You don't have to learn a research level just to see them, which is like, it's like a good and a bad thing. I liked that in World you had to earn it. It made the monsters feel a little more special, but in this game they're on the map right away.
I mean, to be fair, these maps are not that entirely that big.
Yeah.
Also, and World is like, yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to track them all that, but at the same time, man, does it take forever sometimes, especially when
Yeah, some of the world maps are really
they
like complicated.
Force you to do that,
Yeah.
just to progress.
Yeah. No, that's been like a common complaint I've had with World. I don't like the cinematic angle they took with it. Cause like I'm doing a challenge where I have to fight every monster without taking 3 hits on YouTube. And half of my streams are taken up with a game just having like cinematics or like make me slowly walk during like a cutscene or some shit. And it's like, I wish I could just be playing the game and fighting the monsters, you know? And this game kind of has that problem too with the rampage, but at least you only have to do the rampage like a few times. At
It's like
most.
like what, 2
like
times
twice,
at least?
yeah. Once if you're only doing the single player campaign.
And they're not even long either.
Yeah.
They're just like, you just for me like 20-ish minutes and you're done. Versus World where you have to go like in and out like fucking quests, and which could take like an insane amount of time just to fucking research one monster.
Yeah.
Which is boring versus something a quest I can do while I'm actively just hunting, playing a little funny tower defense mode.
Yeah.
Those parts really were really just boring. Also, they also like did that. I'm pretty sure they did. You do have to do it 3 times.
Yeah.
No, scratch that. Not 3 times. I forgot. There's Pink Rathian, and then you have to do it for every single fucking Elder Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, is it sleeping? Whoops.
Yeah. When the music cuts out, then it means it's sleeping.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been a while. If you considering you probably don't use sleep.
No, I use poison. I'll use poison or I'll use blast.
My dog does sleep, so that's why it always gets inflicted at least like once per hunt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a high rank weapon. I had the one version I have. I just never took it off because it's just that good.
Yeah, it's really useful. Yeah, I usually always use dragon element in this game specifically. That's what the Kormagala sword is, right? Dragon? I forget. Attack. There we go. Read that roar. Also read that. Oh shit. Never mind. You move so much faster in this game, though. I like it.
Oh yeah, I fucking love the movement. And Hunting Horn feels so goddamn good.
Yeah. Hunting Horn kind of sucked
Can't
ass
wait to
in
get it
World.
reworked again.
Yeah, I know, right? They're never really gonna ruin it in the next game.
Yeah, I hope they got it. I hope they keep this version because I love this version. It makes it
It's
so
the first
much
version of
smoother to
Hunting
play.
Horn that's like, yeah, it's the first version of Hunting Horn where I actually have fun playing it.
The main issue I had with like every other iteration with the Hunting Horn is not memorizing the notes. It's more like standing there, standing here as a fucking dummy, as like a free like hit target for like a few seconds. And a few seconds in this game can probably mean like you're gonna get smacked and probably die.
Yeah. This game's so sick though.
Good job, buddy. All right.
But yeah, you can see right away this is a Switch game, which is, I mean, depending on who you ask, it's a good or a bad thing. I personally don't mind it that much, but I know a lot of people get really turned off by the graphics.
Yeah, the great people are like, the graphics are good. It's just shit here. I'm like, do you even play games then?
I know, right? Let's see. What else do I want to do? It said the Argosy was full. Oh, right. I managed it at the cat over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so not used to the UI being so responsive like this. Oh yeah, this reshade is really oversaturating this game. It looks like complete shit. I gotta turn the saturation down a little more. Argosy, Buddy Dojo.
Yes, I think I know what else. Well, I know another fire I can probably start with World.
What?
Nergigante is not a good flagship.
Is it the flagship? I always thought it was Anjanath. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I thought it was Anjanath.
Man, he was that insignificant, huh?
Yeah, Nergigante is not the biggest deal in the world.
Mother, yeah, it's so that's so fucking hilarious to me though.
It is.
And yeah, no, it's for World, it's the flagships would be Nergigante and Volcana. Nergigante being the base game's flagship, and the Iceborne expansion being the flagship for the Volcana. But like I don't like Nergigante mostly because he's not like, you know, his fight is like but it's like his whole concept is like, yeah, I'm an elder dragon that eats other elder dragons. And I'm like, and you think you're better because you eat other ones. All right, we have a flaming tiger who blows up like a fucking exploding sun, a metal dragon who summons the literal power of tornadoes and winds itself, and you're just one hungry boy. Got it.
I think you don't know how to have fun. It's like the apex predator. It's the protector of the ecosystem, though.
Yeah, protector ecosystem. What does he do? Claims claims the kills that you did.
It took down Sharash Valda.
We took out Sharash. Yeah, took out Sharash Valda after we weakened the shit out of it.
It was gonna do it anyways. It didn't matter whether we showed up or not.
I call bullshit. He man's just claiming. He's just saying, "Yeah, it's all me." Mm-hmm.
The reason we found Sharash Valda is because Nergigante was heading there. Ruiner Nergigante.
Nah, we just followed the sick beats.
I think you're being too mean.
I am. The game doesn't deserve my respect.
It doesn't? I can get not liking it, but like it's still a cool game.
It has hurt me too much.
I think because you took it a little too seriously.
Nah. Because after experiencing Rise's flagship, especially for Malzeno, oh my god, the lore.
Yeah.
I think there was an image I found where it was just Malzeno just throwing Nergigante in the trash. He's like, "No, your fucking place, trash." like you got a dragon who like, oh yeah, it's guardian of the ecosystem. Let's go with that. Versus a guy who literally fought the demon of the abyss and literally who's probably like what three to five times his size.
Well, how is that any different from Nergigante though?
It's simple. He drove it off and his entire fucking mosquito fleet.
Well, yeah, but couldn't you argue Nergigante did that with Sharishvalda? Wasn't it also after Xeno'jiiva?
He never fought Xeno'jiiva.
What?
We
No,
sorry,
but
hold on,
wasn't it trying to find Xeno'jiiva? Wasn't that the whole reason? Like Zora Magdaros was following Xeno'jiiva too, right?
No. As a matter of fact, Xeno'jiiva was just an egg laying there, absorbing the quote energy of the surrounding areas, and there is no connections. The only reason Zora Magdaros was going to the island is because it was going to die. It wanted to go die there, but it's dead. But the hunters had to drive it off because it's basically its dying was equivalent of a nuclear bomb detonating.
Yeah.
And as for Xeno'jiiva, the reason we only found that is because one guy was curious, found an egg, and it's like, hey, you want to see something cool?
Yeah.
A bit abbreviated, but that's kind of more or less how it goes. Nergigante has no part in it, like at all.
I vaguely remember Nergigante having something to do with it. I did replay the story.
Motherfucker, he just probably like hunts the other dragons are just around there because oftentimes a lot of things just kind of migrate there, either to just hang out or die.
I mean, they die in the Rotten Vale.
Yeah.
Not everywhere else.
Well, Zora Magdaros was exactly hanging to Rotten Vale, wasn't he?
He was, and then we drove him off. It's whatever. I think that game does as much as this one does.
Yeah, but I still find
salty.
this game's lore way cooler.
Yeah, I think you're salty.
Yeah, I will be salty to the end of the earth for that game. But I will say this game's story is better than World.
Yeah, I like the story of this game.
It had me like saying like what the fuck multiple times.
Yeah.
Also, for anyone who's saying this is not a canonical sequel, this game has a canonical timeline.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Well, I've never heard anyone say it wasn't a sequel.
There are some people who said this game is not an actual sequel.
Well, those people are ridiculous. I've talked about those World fans who are like really absurd about it. It's like, no, well, there's a difference between not liking this game and like being a weirdo about it. And I see Rise fans do the same thing where it's like, yeah, you can not like World, but you can't be a weirdo about it. I think there's like a degree of obsession that comes along with it that I'm personally not a fan of. So we're
finding like what? We're fighting Shagaru and Rajang?
Yeah, we're slaying Shagaru, and then because Shagaru's an elder dragon, and then Rajang is, we can do whatever we want with it.
Come here, monkey.
That's how you do it. Nice work. I'm your master now. You shouldn't have ticked me off.
Roar. Yes, thank you.
I know. How about we talk about the variety of monsters compared to games?
I mean, we can talk about whatever. I don't mind. I think both of these games have a cool variety too. Like, I like that Devilio came back in World, and then I like that Gormagala came back in this one.
I feel like a lot more monsters came back in this game. More particularly, more of the fan favorite ones like Gore.
Yeah, well, World was like inventing a lot of monsters.
I feel like World is like I feel like it lacked in certain ones because it just had a lot of flying wyverns and stuff, and which isn't bad, but also they were just you still were you basically knew how to fight them.
Yeah.
Versus this, and then compared to this game where we actually get one of the very rare times we actually get a fucking bug monster, which is exceedingly rare.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the last one that was in a Monster Hunter game that was like new was actually technically Generations, since Atal'Ka was the final boss of that game.
Oh.
I don't. Have you gone into that game? Have you beaten that game?
No. I skipped down on it because I preferred 4. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Atal'Ka in Generation is a giant is an Eldring Dragon class mantis
Okay.
who has like this fucking dome of strings and controls and uses the strings to grab debris around and just attaches it all together, like piling this shit like a mech. No joke.
Hell yeah.
It's probably one of the coolest fucking monster fights I've ever fucking done.
Yeah, that is. Damn.
Also, the Proof of the Hero theme that plays during that fight is probably by far my favorite, hands down, bar none. That Proof of the Hero goes hard.
Yeah.
Have a taste of this.
All right, powder.
Man. Oh, you felt?
Yeah. No worries though.
Targeting you.
Oh.
I'm not fully focused. I'm just kind of not really sweating. I'm just kind of enjoying the game.
Dude, I play this game so much that I can literally casually have a conversation while playing it.
Yeah, well, me too.
Hold on, as soon as I saw you flash, I'm like, did you I'm just thinking to myself, did you try to flash Gormagala one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, good luck trying to blind something that has no eyes.
Yeah.
Very angry boy.
Yup. All gamers are angry. Look, my stance is, you can like whatever game you want. You can not like which one you like. Just don't be a weirdo about it. Like, don't be a weirdly obsessive weirdo about it. That's my only philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know World is a good Monster Hunter game, but it goes into one of my least favorites.
Yeah, it's a matter of preference. In your case, it's just a matter of preference. You had a bad experience with it, which I can't blame you for thinking
bad experience, and also it just
not fun.
does certain things that it just does not work for me.
Yeah, dude, the multiplayer in World sucks. Like compared to this game, it's terrible.
Multiplayer is horrid.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They ace so much of the gameplay, which makes it suck so much that multiplayer doesn't work.
Denuvo probably being the biggest reasoning why it just sucks.
Denuvo has ruined like several Capcom games. I remember when Village. It's funny, you told me this wasn't the case for you, but when I first started playing Village, like right after it came out, it lagged like shit. And it turned out the reason was because of Denuvo. Which is really funny looking back, because Capcom was so silent about it, and they're like, what lag? What lag? There's no lag. And then they quietly patch it out, pretty much confirming that it was Denuvo, because like pirated copies of the game didn't have that lag. I don't know, it was weird. It was weird and funny.
Yeah, I've never experienced like any form of lag in that game.
Yeah.
Weapons getting dull.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with some of the Rise and World fans, man. If you just had a bad experience with one of the games, just say that. You don't have to go out and like defame them. It's really weird because I see Rise fans that have told me stuff that wasn't even true about World. And then like I've seen World fans say stuff that's not even true about Rise, and it's like grow up a little bit, you know? They're both cool games. Take a chill pill, you know?
Yeah, it's just like I cannot express how much like comments or like like things that people have posted, particularly the world stands, just absolutely like you're praising this game like it's the be all end all Monster Hunter games.
Yeah. Like World has its problems, and this game certainly does too. But like it doesn't make either game bad. I actually like both of them quite a lot. I'm actually happy I'm playing this. I'm also happy when I play World. It's because I play video games to have fun at the end of the day.
Ow.
But yeah, I can imagine being in Ivan's spot. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, you're talking to the monster. You're telling the monster.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beezle was just flying there. He's like, "You gonna do something, Beezle?"
Sorry, I'm a little locked in. I'll read the new chat messages in a bit.
Nah, you just got to enter that grind set like me and just play without thinking.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, one thing that always bothered me is every time I play Rise, everybody has to shit talk World.
Oh.
And then every time I play World, everybody has to shit talk Rise. And it's like, come on, guys, let's just play some Monster Hunter. So in this stream, it's a little different because I did kind of start it. I did start the conversation a bit. I don't mind having just... Also, I'm like showcasing the differences between the games. So this stream, I don't mind it so much. But like sometimes I'll casually be playing with some people. And it's like, I don't know.
You got a mantle.
Mantle from World? Let's see. Let's look at chat. Yeah, if you like a game I don't like, it's fine. But if you start saying I'm wrong for not liking it, then I have a problem with you. Yeah, for real. Like I don't know what it is, because I've seen a tiny bit of what Ivan's talking about with the World fans. It's like some of them just straight up say shit that isn't even true about Rise, and then I see Rise fans doing the same thing. It's like, I don't understand why we have to be petty. Because it's just a video game, my guy.
I think one of like the few things they've changed when they were in terms of like overhauls was Raging Brachydios.
Yeah.
This is for World. Mostly because I've experienced Brachydios. He's kind of just more in the original games. He's Brachydios but faster and has bigger explosions.
Yeah.
And then there's World, which he's like fucking massive first of all, but during the final sequence where he just goes fucking bananas and locks you in, that
Brachydios
is
in this game?
No, not in Rise, but in
Okay.
World.
I was about to say I don't remember Brachydios ever being in Rise. Yeah, Denuvo fucks over buyers more than pirates. Yeah, for real. Sorry, you go.
Yeah, I think that him locking you in the the zone, just as a 1v1 final duel.
That's one thing I kind of hate about World. I hate when like I'm kind of fenced off, like with Behemoth is like wind attacks or like Kushala's wind attacks. They always conveniently do it at like the entrance or like the exit to an area. It's never like in the middle of it for whatever reason. That part pisses me off.
Brachydios goes to a specific area and just locks you in the designated zone.
Yeah, exactly. I hate that part of like World's design philosophy. I like so much about it, but like there's some parts like that where it's like I don't like to be fenced in, man. You're making the whole game take place in like this big open map where you're giving me all this endemic life and like all these like structures that I can play around with and use during my hunt, and then you're just locking me in one area. It seems like completely antithetical to like the design that they're trying to implement with that game. Oh yeah, we're after Rajang, not Basil Geese.
Yeah, I accidentally like beamed them 3 times. I was like, wait, that's not the monster we're hunting.
Yeah. That happens to me all the time too. I always forget what monster I'm supposed to be fighting. Yeah, Denuvo fucks over buyers more than pirates. I know, right? Because especially in Village's case, that lag wasn't there for like people who pirated the game, and it's weird that like you think at this point Capcom would just forgo it because they always remove Denuvo later, anyways. So you think they would just launch a game without it and just eat the handful of copies, because what ends up happening is by having such a shitty anti-piracy scheme, you just encourage people to pirate. You're creating more pirates, so it's literally just better to let the few pirates get away with it than to just like I don't know. It's funny. A lot of studios need to learn not to use Denuvo because it's the worst, man. It is the fucking worst. And like, there's also cases like The Witcher 3 where like that game still did really well despite not having Denuvo or any like DRM or anything like that. Like the problem is The Witcher is like the only case. No other studio besides like CD Projekt Red has ever done that, and it's not like Cyberpunk did very well.
Be careful. Be careful.
Motherfucker. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I think I might have some life powder. Or some dust of
Good.
life. Okay. Oh, well, I need to use it anyways.
Oh, here kind of you.
I'm so happy you playing this game though. I miss this level of speed. I kind of like how slow and methodical World is, but like the fact that I could just press A and go like 5 miles just instantly. I don't know. That weirdo thing kind of exists for all things though, because like there's tons of people who like shit all over Resident Evil 6, and then I'm playing it right now, and it's like, some of those things aren't exactly true. The game's definitely a lot better than people make it sound. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's like the best game ever, but it is pretty fun. I don't know. Again, people take like some games way too fucking seriously, man.
It's up to something.
There is the KO.
There we go.
May the heavens have mercy on you. Something's coming. Be careful. Look out.
Oh shit.
Be careful. It's up to something. Feel better now? Thank you. All powered up. I owe you one. I feel awesome. Thank you.
Okay, I'm kind of starting to get back into it.
It's coming for you.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, roles in this game are completely different from World too. Like the roles in World, you kind of just have to iframe everything and like clip through stuff. Whereas in this game, you can actually like roll out of the way, so long as you have a Vade extender. You can actually
This is the
miss the
reason
move
I always keep
entirely.
like a Vedic Center one level, because if the roll is like so long, it actually saves me 90% of the time.
It does. I love the evade extender is like the best skill in this game, honestly. It's nowhere near this big in like World, which kind of sucks. You have to get really crafty with your dodges.
Be careful! Be careful!
World also has kind of clunkier hitboxes though. Like I was able to sit in like sit between Rathian's legs in World and always get away with it. In this game, it doesn't necessarily feel like that. At least not too often. I don't know. It's just different. Oh fuck.
It's getting away! It's fleeing!
You ever play Persona, Ivan?
Uh, I've only played 5 when Joker got announced for Smash.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's the only reason I ever played Persona 5.
Damn, I've been playing Persona 3 lately and it's great. Not Reload, I'm talking like OG Persona 3.
Something's coming! He's up to something! Targeting you!
Hold on, locking in.
Here it comes! Be careful!
Sir, do you mind letting me heal?
I like that I can just hide up here. Oh shit, never mind. Rajang knows I'm up
He's
here.
coming. He's coming for that ass.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Be careful!
That laser's clipped through all the walls, man. Splendid. They removed Denuvo when they make enough money from the game, and then they also have to pay for Denuvo like a subscription. Yeah, you have to license Denuvo from my understanding. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, we already paid for the license, so why not just keep it in the game and prevent like further pirating? I understand like the business perspective behind it. And then they usually remove it like maybe like a year or two after the game comes out. It kind of sucks that they're under that mentality, but also like, I don't know. To be entirely honest, I've never had a problem with anyone pirating Capcom games because like it's if they were really that huge a stickler about it, they would just not remove Denuvo in the first place. Because like a lot of games just keep it in perpetually, even when the license expires. Mostly because all of those dev teams go like completely defunct. This is still going on YouTube, right? Oh, could you take me to work tomorrow at 12:30, please? Oh, okay. He just sent this to me. Okay, cool. And then let me double check that this is still going on YouTube. Okay, yeah, it is. This reshade might not be. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's making the game look a little worse. Ironically, I might have to just uninstall that.
Time for a break.
Those colors are like burning my eyes. That might be part of the reason I'm not playing so well.
Back to work.
Malzino. Oh, I am so not used to the UI responding so quickly.
Oh yeah, because it just like takes forever.
Yeah, in World they have like a lot of animations for that kind of stuff, whereas like in Rise it's just there. Oh god, okay. Bzz, bzz. uh. Already 8, okay.
Time to go.
Sorry, my character's mid gesture.
Time to go.
Time to go.
All right, let's go.
Alright, guess I'm going Goblin.
Or I've equipped my patented tank build. A build that I literally made because I was tired of getting harassed by every time I played with a friend.
Really? So the monsters
Oh, yeah,
always
no.
aggro you?
Oh yeah, no, it's like I don't know why, but every time I play with literally anyone, I get hyper focused by the monster. I like at times I get like thrown to the wall, and they would just nonstop wail on me while I'm fucking cornered.
Damn.
It has happened so many times that I think it's a fucking curse at this point.
Yeah. Jeez, all these games might just hate you.
It only happens when I'm playing with other people.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I only get like absolutely like my ass beaten by a monster
Well,
when I have like someone else.
I guess when you're alone,
So-
the expectation is that the monster's gonna hyper focus on you, but I don't know, that's just funny.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're not like nowhere near as aggressive when they're, throwing you into the wall and just keeping you there at all cost.
Yeah.
So I made this whole tank build just to fucking face tank everything and not worry about ever fucking dying. Especially that that end game content because holy shit, the Primos, fucking hurts.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how much I hated Somnicanth.
The Leviathan though.
Yeah, it being a Leviathan is cool and all, but I still have PTSD from when I was speedrunning because I fucking hated this monster. This monster and like Barioth were the ones I hated the most when I was speedrunning. Because they never took a consistent amount of like combos to kill. It was always a mystery whether they were gonna faint, whether they were gonna go to sleep or not.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
I
weird.
usually something I could find annoying, but I don't see a Barioth because I typically always break his arm first.
Yeah, the thing with my speedrun is like I do like a certain number of combos. Like I'll do, I think for Barioth it was like 6 longsword combos, and then typically by that point he should be like going to sleepy. But fuck man, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is I'm glad I speed ran this game, and it was actually kind of cool getting recognition by the moderators. But fuck, dude, it was a lot of work to make a game that I normally have fun with be a miserable experience.
I mean, you purposely make things harder on yourself. I mean, look at our Worlds of the Fallen playthrough. You purposely are going to the fucking other realm where it's obviously
well, no,
gets harder.
that's because that's hard, like in a fun way. The speed run was hard as in like a frustrating way because I had to play the entire campaign in one sitting, which meant if I had to take a shit or if I had to piss or like if I fucked up on one monster, that was like 2 hours of my life just wasted.
Man, you really do love pain.
Yeah. I liked doing it, but I also didn't like doing it. It's weird.
You're like, thank God I did this. Meanwhile, back in your mind, why did I do this? Why did I do this?
Yeah, exactly. I am just a
power
masochist.
grows, Gordon.
It's great though.
You haven't watched fucking Half-Life with AI Software, right?
No, but I've heard of it.
But you really need to watch that shit. It's so good. It's why 90% of my fucking quotes, the quotes I fucking say are from.
Yeah, I am aware of that.
You're a sewage boy, aren't you, Gordon?
Yeah. That's another thing. Like, World fans get so weird about Wyvern riding, and like, it's literally the Clutch Claw, though. Like, it ultimately accomplishes the same goal.
It's like, yeah, sure, you ain't gonna stab the monster, but what is it gonna do? Accomplish the same thing and knocking down the monster so you can beat its ass more.
Yeah.
Why not have a little fun with it?
Yeah. And then with Rise fans, they're like, "Oh, the Clutch Claw is so bad," but I'm like, it's not that different from Wyvern riding though. Like a lot of these two games just aren't that different.
I just don't like the Clutch Claw for the simple reason that how like Wyvern riding is basically an optional thing, right? You can just ignore it if you want.
Later game World, it does feel like a mandatory thing that you got to do.
Yeah, that's the thing with World's Clutch Claw. It just feels way too mandatory. At times it's all and more specifically for the skills I used, because if you have weakness exploit, you're not going to get the benefit of it unless you weaken a spot, which means you are forced to use the Clutch Claw.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. It's like, why the fuck? It's just like in every other game, he's just like, hey, if you're hitting the right spot, you're actually doing bonus damage. You're getting them crits.
I don't know. One thing is, like, by the end of the game, though, you should be mastering all of the game's mechanics and, like, using them all. So, like, Clutch Claw to me has never been, like, a big deal because I always chose to use it anyways. But I can understand. I don't know. The critiques for both of these games that I hear are just so bizarre to the point where it's like I can't take any of them seriously. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta sharpen my sword. Sorry, I'm not trying to invalidate you though. I definitely get it. Like, people don't want to min-max in every game they play. They don't want to sweat.
Yeah, considering I play literally almost all my monster games like to an extent, literally just a casual. I know what I'm doing and all that, but I literally half the time I'm throwing myself at the monster.
Yeah.
World just feels like it just demands too much of me. Like, I have to, like, mid-max to the absolute limit just to fucking reach a requirement, which is a little too much.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess. I don't know. A lot of the time for me, it's just been changing a charm, though.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it depends on, like, different people's builds, though.
Yeah, for me, it's like I had to grind so many things for certain parts or items I need just to fucking, stand a chance against one monster.
Yeah.
Like, it took me a while to fucking do the Alatran because I had to fucking absolutely, we didn't have like I don't think the Frostwing Barioth wasn't even a thing before he was available after Alatran's release. And his weapons were particularly really good. Even then, it had to take like everything I had just to like get through that.
Yeah.
And I've endured the first two games.
Yeah.
And I found that shit way too much.
Be careful. Be careful.
More specifically, too, because Monster Hunter 2, man, I had to scrounge everything possible just to get the smallest amount of upgrade. That is basically the equivalent of min-maxing I have done in that game.
Yeah.
Mostly because at first I guess they were just sadistic back then. Because man,
That was another weird thing. Like I heard World fans be all like, "Rise is too easy," and I'm like, "Is it?" Rise is a lot faster.
Before Rise, shut the
yeah.
fuck up. As in terms of end game,
I
content,
feel like
you're
World is
the
easier
same.
than Rise.
In terms of
Rise,
end game content,
monster.
it might.
Oh yeah.
They might be like similar and difficult. If not, maybe World is slightly higher because well, Elatran's element DPS check and Vitalis hitting like an absolute freight train.
Ooh, that was a good parry. That was a good counter. Easy 500.
The only reason I probably say they're mostly on par because the first Amatsu is an absolute goddamn threat.
Amatsu was really hard, especially when I saw
Primordial
them.
Mozino, holy mother of God, that is probably the hands down the hardest and most fun monster I have fought.
Yeah.
Motherfucker is fast and probably will whoop your ass in submission. Either he can, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can like what 3-shot me in my in full tank mode.
Yeah.
Which is a testament of how much damage that fucker does.
I bet you regret extending your neck, buddy. Bet you fucking regret that shit. I like that they gave Keiju that mood in Master. Or G rank, whatever you want to call it. It's taking me until very recently to start calling it Master rank, because for years and years I always called it G rank.
I am always going to refer to it as G rank.
Yeah. Oh, you almost
said, like, you know, Master rank slimps up every so often because that's how everyone calls it.
Yeah.
It'll always be G rank for me.
Yeah, me too. When was the last time you saw the Monster Hunter movie? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
When was the last time you saw the Monster Hunter movie?
Since I last went to the theaters when it was released.
Damn. We should see that again. Because I rewatched it and it was so goofy, but I dug it. I dug with it. I fucked with it so much.
It's literally the equivalent. It's a saying of it's so bad it's good.
The hell is that penis looking thing? That's Keizu. It's one of my favorite monsters. Is Keizu in World? I don't think he is he?
No, he's not. I'm 90% sure if he was, there would have definitely been a mod of him just being a walking dick.
Yeah, that's true. They wouldn't need the monster genitalia mods for Keizu. Keizu just is the genitalia.
The mod changes the casual what his rightful form is. It doesn't even change him. That's just it.
Yeah. What's your take on like putting dicks and pussies on the monsters? Like, do you find that weird like I do, or?
Yeah, it's like, why I don't want to see that when I'm fucking trying to kill.
Yeah, exactly. Thing. It's so weird.
And what am I, a nature documentary?
Do
I need to record them mating?
What weirds me out is like they're so popular on Nexus too. Like if you click the most popular mods of all time on Nexus for Monster Hunter World, it's like among the most popular, to the point where it's like either people are like really they're really like acoustically into like these monsters and like need it to be like realistic, or they're into some shit. And if you're into fucking the monsters, I don't know what I can say, man. I don't like you very much. If you want to have sex with the monsters, I have a bit of beef with that.
If you want to do that, please go somewhere else. I don't want to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, part of it for me is like I worry what their mentality is around like dogs and cats and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's all fun in games when it's the silly monster in the video game, but like now I have to ask questions about like how you're looking at your cat. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like you very much if that's you. IDKY video game movies are so horrid. The Sonic movie was good though. Oh yeah, the Sonic movie was amazing. I feel like the Resident Evil movies, like the first handful, I think Ivan saw those, right? The live action ones.
The one that as far as Yolene Sovovich?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, those.
Yeah, Movo bitch or Movo Movo bitch.
Movo bitch. Movo bitch. Robo bitch.
Oh, that's awesome. Seeing the game in like 120 FPS and then looking down at the stream monitor and seeing it at 60 is so disorienting. If you want to diddle the monster, please show your face so I can avoid you for the rest of my life. Yeah, because like, I don't know, like I said, it's all fun in games until like you start thinking about the real world and it's like, oh, is this indicative of like a larger problem at hand? That's sort of my problem with it. Same with like the lolicon and like those people where it's like, sure, it may be like 1,000-year-old like dragon girl, but is there a reason why it needs to look like a little girl for you to get off to it? Like, is it that it's about the principle behind it, you know? I hate talking about this kind of stuff when I'm on stream, but like for real, the Monster Hunter genitalia mods I see on Nexus, I see those and I'm like, I kind of want to see those taken down. Like in all honesty, because that can't be, the people downloading those mods cannot be particularly sane people. They have to be problematic in some way. I understand people are born into pedophilia and like bestiality and stuff like that. They can't really control what fetishes they're into, but the cool thing is you can have more than one fetish and you could maybe indulge in some like ass and tits or like something else. I don't know. You do have a choice what you fap to. Maybe not what you get off to, but you have a choice of what you fap to, man. So, I don't know.
I just thought of something. It was like, man, what if you should probably like at some time like maybe try out Frontier just to see how what peak old school monster can do if it was on fucking LSD.
Yeah, I should try Frontier. Sorry, I went on sort of like a weird topic. But it's because those mods like genuinely bother me. It's like I see they bother me more than like the giant tits and ass, because like I talked on stream before where I'm a little frustrated by those because it's like, can you guys just make a cool outfit mod? Like I love me some penis, boobies, and butt, but you know what? I also love just a cool mod that I can use on stream. Yeah. Because like there's some. You go.
I think a good example is me trying to find like the flaming head from like the ending from Lord of Frenzy for Elden Ring.
No, and for real.
It doesn't exist except for one guy who made it, and it doesn't. And it's like not exactly, you know, very functional to an extent.
Also, the guy put it in like a collection of mods, so you have to have all his mods or none of them. And it was weird. Like it's always shit like that, and I talked about I passively aggressively hinted at it in my Monster Hunter video because like it was genuinely frustrating me that much. And like I'll wear like a big titty mod on stream. The problem is so many of them like expose like the pussy and the asshole too, and it's like I can't show that. So like if somebody requests that I like wear a specific mod, I won't have any problem with that. The problem is it always exposes that kind of stuff, and it's like I dig it, but it's not necessarily what I'm thinking of when I'm playing video games, and it's also not something I can stream. Those mods exist? What the fuck? I know, right? Exactly. It's one of the... I have a lot of problems with the Monster Hunter modding community. This... I don't know what it is, man, but I question some of the people who are making some of that shit. Also, I should be fighting Bishat and not the Rathian. I got totally off topic. This is a casual Monster Hunter stream. We're not taking this too seriously. But yeah, it's like, come on, dude. Come on. Antidobra. Yeah, sorry. I don't know how I got from this topic. I think we were talking about the movies.
I think it started with just us mentioning Kezu being a walking dick, or
Oh yeah,
just
that's
him being
true.
in the other game.
That's true. Yeah, that's my bad. I totally mentioned that shit.
The Kezu syndrome has kicked in.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, a Keizu genitalia mod would just be Keizu with no changes whatsoever. But yeah, it's one of the few problems I have with the community for this game. That, and they're just a bunch of petty 6-year-olds who can't tolerate the fact that like this other game exists. Like for some reason they can't play World and they can't play Rise. They have to pick one, and then they have to like vehemently pick a side, and it's like, I don't know. It's one thing if it's like preference, like Ivan, where like you just had a genuinely bad experience with one, and then it's like another thing to be weird and like gaslighty about it and like gatekeepy.
It's like I'll try to play it, but I just can't. So therefore,
Yeah,
I'm just not going to.
Yeah, I had some Rise fans literally gatekeep World from me. They like threatened to like ostracize me if I ever played that game, and I was like, that's really depressing, because when you want more people to be playing these games, it's really depressing and really weird, and like it was just bizarre.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Yeah, I don't gatekeep. You play.
Yeah,
play
exactly. Like if you're just venting your frustrations, that's totally fine. Which is ultimately what Simon's doing.
I'm not gonna say you're not allowed to play. I would just say I don't like this.
Exactly.
And that's about it.
I'm also kind of provoking it out of Ivan in fairness to him. I am asking him questions and stuff, but like some people, I don't know what it is. Some of the people I played Rise with, they were just like so. I had to cut those people out because they were so fucking anal about playing World.
I also don't exactly hate everything from World. Like
exactly.
It has two of probably my favorite little creatures. First, the wiggle worms, because those fucking creatures are fucking
the wigglers
adorable.
are awesome.
And also that helmet. And
that's another thing I really like about World.
And probably the biggest thing that's gonna make everyone question why the fuck do you hate like this monster and hate everything else. My favorite monster in the world is Basil Geese.
I know, right?
It's the honestly most backward ass irony shit ever.
Yeah.
The most hated monster in that game is my favorite.
I only like Basil Geese when like you're fighting it on its own, but by virtue of it being an invasive species, it always provokes all the other monsters. And like I like Basil Geese other than that. Like if I'm on a one-on-one arena with Basil Geese, it's one of my favorites. I better sharpen. Yeah, my bad. We were talking about the Resident Evil movies. When was the last time you saw one of the Resident Evil movies?
I'm not sure. I think it may have been like probably like a good couple of months ago. Whatever the last time they were on Netflix, bro. That's all I know.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, you want to know why World fans always capture the monster? It's because you have to capture the monster to unlock quests. I always hate that shit. I hate doing that shit in World. That's one thing I like about Rise. You can just do the quest and there's nothing to it. In World, there's like a million requirements for shit. Sorry, you go.
I remember what the last Resident Evil movie was that I watched. It was that weird. There was like a new like Resident Evil like esque movie on Netflix called Dead Island.
Oh, Death Island. Oh, the CG ones.
Death
okay.
Island. Yeah, the CG one of the CG ones. That was the last one that I seen.
I've been meaning to watch that one. I've got to watch all the CG ones. I've been watching all the live action ones because that's what people want to talk about in the chat most. And like, in fairness to them, I see why, because those movies are so goofy, man. I love them so much.
They exist.
Yeah.
Dude, that Death Island, it was just to me it's just so stupid because at the final scene there it's just like, okay, we're gonna make all these references now.
I know, right?
Like, I shit you not. You remember the fucking Resident Evil 3, like the final sequence with the Nemesis where you usually pull out the railgun?
Oh, really? They have that in Death Island?
Yeah, for some reason they pull that shit out. I'm like, how the fuck did you get this in a storage compartment?
Yeah, what the hell? That's crazy.
It's like the plot convenience was so astronomical. It made like you can honestly see the fucking plot armor, man.
Yeah.
The shining sun of it all.
Squiggly says I thought they made video games based on movies back when I was a kid. Lol. For real, like there's something about being a kid and like seeing all those video game movies. Like I like to imagine all the kids who saw the Mario movie, like the 1983 one, with like the dinosaur, with like the actual raptor Yoshi and shit like that.
I'm pretty sure it would be, that would be true for certain movies and shows.
Yeah.
But but most of the time it's usually the game first and then the show or movie.
For me, that was always the case with anime. I always thought the anime came first and like the manga would come later. But a lot of the time, it's like the complete opposite way around. Sorry, I drank like two mics hard. Not that it's a lot of alcohol, but like I'm kind of starting to stutter a little bit. It's all good. Time to go. Oh god, the Goombas in that movie were horrible. Yeah, because they looked nothing like the actual Goombas. It was just like reptile dudes in suits. It was great. That shit's awesome. Let's see, what else do I want to queue up? We might as well do all the lower master rank quests.
Time for a break. Back to work.
Love for katana.
Enough of that. Ready. I'll be there tomorrow. Let's do this.
Look out, Gordon.
Look out, Gordon. Potted boobs up ahead. Tits big ones.
I know, right? I will say I love all the big titty mods for this game though. Why is Basil Geese hated and why does Ivan love it? Basil Geese is hated because like it spams a lot of like bombs along that. Actually, maybe Ivan might be able to better explain this because I actually love Basil Geese too.
So Basil Geese is known as the invader species, or like one of the invader species, which basically means he just when you're casually hunting any other monster, he'll just come. He's like one of the monsters that will just come in and just absolutely just ruin your day, or just just cause havoc.
Yeah, basically Basil Geese is.
Yeah, just picture him like a B-52 bomber just suddenly coming out of nowhere and just bombing your ass.
Yeah, like you'll already be on a quest and then Basil Geese will sometimes like enter the locale or like the play area, and then he usually comes right after you, kind of like Devilio too. Devilio's a bit of the same way.
Yeah, Devil's one of them. Since there's like more than one invader species.
Basil Geese is the third party.
Yeah.
Says Squiggly. Yeah, pretty much.
And the only reason I like him he became my favorite mostly because every time he would do like invade, he would just it was like more fun to me when he just does that kind of stuff.
I have to admit the concept of it is really fun. I just wish he didn't like block. I just wish he didn't do like some of the behemoth or like the Kushala Deora shit where he like blocks you off in certain areas. Because like against any other monster, Basil Geese is fine, but against some monsters like Uragon, which like roll around the map, you already have a limited amount of space to go, and when Uragon starts rolling, you have to dodge for like 5 straight minutes without any ability to hit like either of them. It's like I hate that shit. But I have to admit, Basil Geese on his own or with like a weaker monster, I love that shit. And then same with Devilio, where like I hate having to fight like a savage Devilio in the middle of like what's already like a really annoying quest. Like once again, like against like Uragon or Radabon or something like that, one of the roly monsters. But sometimes I actually really like fighting Devilio at the same time because Devilio is just like a genuinely cool monster.
I mean, he was literally the OG invader.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll show you no mercy.
And boy, oh boy, he was a bitch. Like, goddamn, that bird say just like doing a massive roar and being like, oh no.
And then another. Oh, I did that too prematurely. Another invasive species is Banbaro, which is basically like a giant goat on like 2 legs. It's like a mixture of a T-Rex and a goat, basically, which is kind of cool. But he grabs trees with his he grabs trees with his antlers, and it's always so hard to dodge. It pisses me off so much.
The reason he's only an invader species is because of one really, really dumb gimmick he has. With the tree thing, that's mostly because he's, if the environment has like trees or, it's a snowy plains an area. But the thing is, he can pick up like other things like just rocks or explosive rocks in the volcano area and stuff. All things that sound really good for, for him being like around like the guiding lance. That's something that has all the biomes. Instead, they just made him an invader species and removed Basil Geese in G rank.
Yeah.
And it's like, why?
The guiding lance is kind of cool, actually. It's like it's an area that has a mixture of like all the other maps in the game, so it has every locale pretty much, and they're just like segmented off, kind of like the what's it called, the cathedral, is that what it's called in this game?
No, Citadel.
It's just like the Citadel in this game, basically, but like each area has like different research levels that you can develop throughout the game. They level up as like you hunt monsters in certain areas and stuff like that, so there's like it's like an entire new progression system, but
they don't really make use of it.
Yeah, they don't. But it is kind of cool.
I think they just kind of use it to unlock two monsters, and that is it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure those were like what Brute Tigerex and Yangaruga.
Yeah.
And I think was Zinogre part of it?
I think Zinogre you're able to fight right away once you get to the guiding lands, if I recall correctly. I don't know. I'm still doing the guiding lands in my save, but I thought it was a cool idea. Oh shit.
Good idea, but they never like do much with it.
Yeah. But that's part of the reason Banbaro is like an invasive species. But he kind of didn't have to. They could have just kept him in the guiding lands and just made him a guiding lands exclusive monster. It's really weird.
Or have him like appear there frequently if you wanted him to have his funny gimmick used very often.
Yeah.
And then we can't forget about Ebony Odogaron, who is another one who is just Deviljho, copy and paste, and dog.
Yeah.
He's just he's very angry and hungry, just like Deviljho.
I don't know if it's a copy and paste because like Odogaron moves around so differently than Deviljho, but like in concept it is sort of like the same thing spiritually. And like Odogaron was there in world before Deviljho. I think Deviljho they had to add later, right?
Yeah, he was like added like a bit later after its release, after world release.
Yeah. Can the invaders hurt the monster you're hunting? Yeah.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Deviljho, one of his in the original games, they mostly was basically a tag team of your ass and versus them. And in the newer games, and nowadays, they can actually like fight. So Bazookies can like bomb the other monster while trying to bomb you, or get into turf wars, Or Devil Joe could just pick up a bitch and just try to use him as like fucking battering, like just a
Yeah,
bag of bat to
that's what I
smack
was
you.
about to say. Because Devilio's whole gimmick is they're able to pick up whole monsters in its mouth and throw
because
it
he's
around.
that big.
Yeah, because he's fucking huge. Devilio is a gigantic monster,
Man's chunky.
which is part of the reason I like him. Devilio is so fucking metal. And then another monster, I used to hate Valhazak for like years and years, but lately I've really started to like Valhazak as like a monster because it's another case where it's like that monster is so fucking metal that I can't help but like it.
I mean his weapon, particularly his hammer, is fucking sweet.
I like the armor too. I like the whole like goth wedding dress kind of thing they have going on.
He's like the only monster I've actually gotten the Gamma version, the AI, the Arc Tempered Master rank.
Oh really?
Yes, mostly because
For Gamma for master rank or high rank?
Master rank. Mostly because
really?
he's the
Shit.
easiest one to fight. Because well, if you have any kind of like life steal or regen kind of effect, and the miasma resistance, you're basically golden.
Yeah.
Just don't stand in the far clouds too long because that shit chunks.
Yeah, the whole thing with Valhazak is it's like a weird worm dragon thing. It has like 4 legs and 2
dragon.
wings. Yeah, it's like a zombie-fied dragon basically. And it wears like a veil on its head. It's like it has a bunch of dead skin all over it that it wears as like a cloak. And then it squirts out a lot of this like effluvium they call it, but it's basically like a flu that can poison you if you're near it. And it sounds like a bad time, and sometimes it is, but if you prepare accordingly, it can actually be a really fun fight. But I like it most in concept, not necessarily fighting it, because like it's not that exciting of a fight. It's just a big hulking like slow moving monster. But I really like the design and like all of the weapons and like armor that comes off of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think you have fought Namiel.
I fought Namiel.
Oh yeah, Namiel is also also one of the like I'll give world credit. Those are some of the other dragons, not so much in their Gigante because he's kind of bland for me.
Yeah.
But the other two, man, they're really
Whoops.
good in design. Though I feel like they did for Namiel being the first time entry, they did it dirty.
Yeah. I
Its
love Namiel.
weapons
That's
look
another one.
So horrid.
The armor looks really cool, but yeah, the weapons are trash.
It's like, yeah, I get it. You wanted the whole realism thing, but you also didn't give the final form of the weapons any unique designs.
Well,
and now we have a dublade that looks like does 2 pairs of chicken sticks.
yeah, well, what's weird about the realism thing is it doesn't even apply to all weapons, because like some weapons, like the they're really weird about what weapons they apply it to. Like some of the weapons look really cool because they use more parts of the monster, but some of them it's just like a big bone with like some hair tuft on it. And it's like, I don't really get that. I wish they did that for all of the monsters, because some like Kulu Yaku or Zitzi like looks fucking terrible. Oh, I got Vord.
I feel like if they were gonna do that concept, at least show us like like it's like actually turning into a blade of that monster you were crafting until it becomes like a unique form of the blade. Not just like, hey, it's gonna be this weapon with the monster bits and stay like that forever.
Squiggly says, damn, Banbaro looks cool. He kind of does. Like, I thought he was a cool monster. In gameplay, it's not like the most unique thing in the world. He just has some big horns and he just picks stuff up. But I will say the idea of like a goat T-Rex is kind of cool.
Yeah, but when you see the other monsters, he's kind of like mid.
And then it reminds me of the deer god in Princess Mononoke. I actually never played that game.
I've never heard of it.
Oh. Or maybe it might even be a movie.
Spinoka, Princess. I feel like I've heard that actually, but I can't exactly remember.
Yeah, me too.
Piece of cake.
Oh yeah, that's I think I saw like a fucking.
It's a Studio Ghibli movie. Okay, that makes sense.
Ah. I think Capcom released like a video like of their 20th anniversary, and there was like a count of how many monsters were in the games and the canonical releases. We're over 200.
Yeah, I think it was 236 or something like that.
There's a lot of boils.
Yeah.
And a handful of them have only made appearance once.
Yeah. There's so many returning ones they could choose in Wilds, which is part of the reason I'm so excited about that
I
game.
really hope they like somehow get like the aquatic ones from back in somehow, because they're
Yeah.
some of the more interesting ones. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see them. I just want Ligia Cruz, man. I just want Ligia Cruz.
Yeah.
For the love of fuck, you teased me in World for him and didn't give me a.
I know, right?
Cruz.
It was so weird that in like the demo they had Ligia Cruz was there and then he just wasn't in the final game. It's like, what are you doing?
It's because they couldn't get the bones working.
Yeah. I'd actually like to see everything that was cut from World because I feel like that game had so much more going for it. Like they had to have been planning a metric ton of shit.
Yeah.
They probably were gonna have a whole water area.
You know what's another thing I would love to see, but it's not a returning monster. More frontier monsters in the main line.
Yeah.
Like we got Espinaz, which was a fucking groundbreaking experience after witnessing that shit.
Yeah.
It was like the fucking coming of Christ when I saw that. Something that many Monster Hunter fans thought it would be virtually impossible to see the day of light.
Yeah. That was really cool. I like that Rise brought back a lot of like the really early Monster Hunter Monster Hunter monsters. Like Shogun Hermitar and shit like that.
Yeah, the Krabby Boys.
Yeah. And then they also brought back like Gormagala from Monster Hunter 4, which was one of my favorites.
And they actually somehow implemented in the plot of this game, which is even fucking not even cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just love to see like more frontier monsters, particularly a specific monster called Procaradon, who is just a giant seal.
Yeah, I guess what would be your favorite monsters in general? I guess that would probably be a good question.
Well, obviously, the first and foremost, like Cruz, like hands down, he's my favorite boy. I'm not gonna go in any. It's not gonna be in like particular order. Just no number one slide is definitely like Cruz. The others are just kind of around.
Yeah.
Basil Geese is up there because it's always made my experience very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I gotta ponder this because there's a lot of monsters I gotta remember.
Yeah. My favorites used to be like Teostra, Zinogre, and then Magnamalo, and those were kind of it. But like Valhazak has kind of slowly worked its way up there. And then ironically enough, I used to hate Rajang, now I kind of like it.
Yeah. I mean, once you know the monkey, you can never get rid of monkey. I will definitely put Kazu up there for the sheer meme of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Kazu's amazing too.
The memes of this man has made me love him.
Yeah.
Despite how much of a bastard he is in the other games.
Kazu's too fucking funny, man.
He is the biggest meme, and he's my favorite meme.
Yeah. Great Jaggy's one of my favorite.
I'm gonna put, and I also Barryoth.
Oh, Barryoth.
He's kind of like my favorite all-around monster. He's just like cool looking, has armor I like, and armor and weapons I really like. And also, I have a really stupid image of him, but just saying he smells like a bitch in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully it comes over here.
I think that's like, what, 4 monsters I mentioned thus far?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably going to be like a honest to God, probably tie between Atal Ka and Malzeno.
Oh, Malzeno was a cool one too, yeah.
They're like some of my favorite Elder Dragons I've ever fought.
Malzeno's an Elder Dragon?
Yeah, Malzeno's the flagship Elder Dragon.
I thought Malzeno was an owl. Didn't it have like 2 legs, or did it have 4?
No. That's Malfestio.
Oh, Okay. Oh,
Malfestio's the
Malzeno's
owl.
Malzeno's the dragon,
Yeah,
the
the
vampire
Dracula.
dragon. Yeah, there we go. Because I was about to say, I remember Malfestio having 2 legs.
Yeah, no, I mean, he is a pretty fucking cool one considering it. I mean, I'm pretty sure in terms of like design, he's a pretty fucking cool monster.
Yeah.
I can honestly see Malfestio returning at some point.
Yeah.
We just probably need like a more dense. I think we need more like densely like foresty woods, like dark forest woods kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know, some environment that like now would be. I mean, another contender could have been like a Narcilla too for one of my favorites.
Narcilla was really cool. Apparently the spiders in the Monster Hunter movie was Narcilla. I never knew that. I always thought it was like an original thing. Because like it didn't quite. I was confused as to what the spiders in the Monster Hunter movie were supposed to be because they didn't look like Narcilla, but apparently they are.
Yeah, they're apparently Narcillas, which act like nothing like Narcillas because they're not nocturnal based, and they're usually not
found
nocturnal based.
Yeah, like they're found in like the jungle too. Apparently, I read on the Monster Hunter 4 wiki that like they are cave dwellers, but it's weird because like you also just find them in the what's it called, the forest.
They're cave dwellers and all that, but I think a more like prime example where Narcilla is the one to be in the volcano.
Yeah.
Because that's a cavern like area that dormant for it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite reason mostly for Narcilla is other than it being a fucking like one of those weird creepy things. It's mostly the lore and what it does, and its weapons, man. Its weapons fucking kill me because I love their design.
Yeah. Oh,
that charge blade will forever be my favorite.
That's great.
Do you remember the monster known as Gypsaros?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Narcilla skins that thing and just wears it as armor. I'm just like, that's metal as hell.
Yeah, I know. I love that shit, dude. It's great.
And then there's the subspecies of like the other, like I forgot what is it called. I think I don't know if it was called Gold Narcilla. I don't know. It's like a desert variant, but it literally does the same thing except it skins Kazus.
Oh, that's great. Fuck, I gotta play Monster Hunter 4 again, man. Because that Monster Hunter movie surprisingly had a lot to do with it. Apparently, World has a Monster Hunter 4 character in it. I didn't know that about it either. Until I looked into it, and I was like, it was while I was researching the Monster Hunter movie, ironically
the fucking
enough.
Ace Cadet.
Yeah, I think his name is the Excitable A-lister or something like that.
Yeah. He was from 4 Ultimate. As a matter of fact, there's actually a movie based around him before he was in. On Netflix, there is a Monster Hunter CGI movie called Legends of the Guild, which is a really good Monster Hunter movie, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's actually really good. Like, they got the monsters correct. Like, monsters are correct in how they hunt. And they also show why you don't hunt in 4 because they basically the omen.
Yeah.
Yes, people. There is a reason why we only hunt in 4 people or less.
Yeah.
Because bringing more than 4 is a bad omen.
Yeah, it's bad luck. I always thought that detail was cool too.
And I'm pretty sure they promptly showed that kind of thing because I think the concept of the Legend of the Guild is mostly an elder dragon is currently migrating and is moving towards a direction, and it casually walking is currently causing a catastrophe, burning everything around it just by literally walking and having a casual like migration stroll.
That's great.
And the village is so in the way, and they're like, "You need to evacuate or fight it."
Yeah, shit.
Solid movie. I saw that movie after seeing the live action. I'm like, holy shit, this movie is so good.
Yeah.
God damn it, someone can.
I know, right? Shut us off. Oh shit! I forgot it's light attack. Okay, I kind of got what I wanted, anyways.
Skilled rider, you get ready. Let's go for a ride.
Okay, that apparently didn't land. I like this part about the game too, just riding on the monsters.
Ooh, that was a big hit.
Hell yeah. Are you using Greatsword? I should probably try Greatsword too.
Yeah.
I haven't
But
tried it in
using
this game in a while.
Surge style.
Oh, I see.
We don't charge in this house. We just swing it like that hunk of metal it is.
Yeah.
Gonna need some of this. The messy part.
God, every time I think about that Monster Hunter movie, I can't get the scene of the fucking rocket they rocket to with the iron sight with the lock-on system.
Oh, really? That's great.
It's just so burned into my memory. It's just like, that is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Let me just pull out this metal tube that can shoot a rocket. Okay, yeah, it's those exist and stuff. Why does it have a heat-seeking thing? There is no device on it. It's just iron sight.
Yeah. That's great. Waiting for other players.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Fucking A, drink some water.
Yeah.
Oh.
That'd probably be a good idea. I'm surprised it's only just now midnight. How long has this stream been? Like 2 hours? Also, welcome everybody. We're just chilling with Monster Hunter, no big deal. We're playing some Rise. I actually have more people watching than I was expecting. I typically get a lot of people when I stream like really late at night, which sucks because usually my stream schedule is like 6 to 4 and like not a lot of people are on, but it's like the most like available I am to stream. But I find when I go for a long time, more and more people will join. And it's cool. Oh, is that a burial helmet?
Oh, yeah. This is a, what is this? It's a Barrioth helmet and chest piece.
Okay.
With a Espinass waist, and I think these are, I forgot what the leggings are. I think they're guild leggings.
Oh, okay.
They're one of the, it's part of the guild armor set.
Yeah. As if. Look out, Jordan. Potted boobs
Hey.
ahead. What?
It's. I got some bit.
Oh wait, I goblin like 3 times and then now you want the stuff.
I only need some things because I have like what the frenzy buildup set up with this.
Oh, okay.
I swapped off my tank.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm down to talk about whatever. I don't have any like chat rules or anything for this stream. I'm not a big fan of having rules, so we could talk about literally anything. Earlier this stream I was talking about animal fuckers. But yeah, just for everybody watching. It's a chill environment. Oh, I'm not looking forward to Giratotus. Giratotus doesn't have that much health in World, but for some reason in this game, I remember he had a shit ton for no reason.
Yeah. In this game, he was just like awfully tanky. Get on my fishies. Yeah.
Oh, I love that shit, man. Espanol? No, sadly, I don't speak any Spanish. I think Ivan does, though.
Yeah, I do.
Also,
I'm not
I
exactly
think that's
looking at chat.
I think that's the first chatter I got on Kick. Hell yeah! What's up? What's going on, Kick? The funny freedom of speech platform. That's another funny thing. I notice Rise players tend to be like Latino for whatever reason, and then World players tend to be the whitest motherfuckers ever. I don't know why that is.
Diversity.
I know, right? Every really hardcore Rise player, they were either a weirdo or they were Latino. But it's great. I dig it, man. I'm your master. I'm your master. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't use my soundboard at all, actually. Hold on.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
There we go. That's what good pussy sounds like. Have you ever heard that sound, Ivan?
What?
Or seen that video? There's a video of like this Arabic woman making like mac and cheese or some shit or something in a crock pot, and then her son walks up with his phone with like this nasty ass grin, and he's like, "That's what good pussy sounds like," because he was listening to her like mixing it, and then the mom gets all fucking pissed.
Yeah, I would be. Pretty sure any mother would be pissed when their son comes up and approach him with that. He's just like, "You fucking dumbass."
Yeah, that's what good pussy sounds like. That's a good counter. I'm glad I pulled that one off. I'm starting to get back into the counter game. Oh, fuck. I'm glad the Kick is starting to get some viewers, because I've had a few streams on there where like Twitch will do really well, and then YouTube will do really well, and then Kick was like a ghost town. It's actually kind of exciting seeing somebody chat on Kick, because I only recently started streaming this on that. Oh, fuck. I gotta sharpen. Let me sharpen.
It needs some polish.
Oh, you want me to put down my bombs too?
If we want.
I better.
Nap time's over. I put down a bomb.
Oh, you
Yeah, you don't really see bombs or sleep bombing used much in World.
Might as well put this to use.
Hmm?
I'll be taking this.
You don't really see sleep bombing used much in World. It's funny.
No, these people because people more usually opt to capture the monster. I always
Yeah.
just keep bombs just in case the other monster is asleep, or I have something that inflicts sleep.
Yeah.
It's just it's honestly just more of a mental like thing that I just kind of built in.
Yeah.
And I blame For Ultimate for that because man, that's because that Narcilla weapon was the absolute bomb.
Yeah.
It slept
It's
motherfuckers
great.
left and right, and it allowed me to sleep bomb them over and over and over again. There is no escape from my wrath.
Yeah, if we have any Spanish chatters, I'm sure Ivan can translate for me real quick.
Careful! Stay on your toe! See you in hell!
Oh, whoops. I might have woken it up.
I don't think it mattered because it reached the mounted state.
Yeah.
This is gonna be good. Sharp edge, sharp hunter. See ya. Skilled rider you are. I'll show you no mercy.
Did you say you were Latino in one of your streams, or am I dumb? I am Latino. My family's from El Salvador. I was joking a bit when I say like hardcore World players, or hardcore Rise players were Latino. It comes from a place of me being Latino myself. Cause I did used to be like a solely hardcore Rise player, and then I started branching out a little bit and playing World. Because it's like a common game to play now, and now I play them both, which is really cool. But yeah, it is a bit of a stereotype that like Latinos play Rise for whatever reason, either that or monster fuckers. Well, they also play World.
It's just like every Latino knows Dragon Ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. I dig it. No, all the monster fuckers play World too. That's true. We were talking about those mods earlier. I forgot to sharpen. But no, you're not dumb. I did say I was Latino. I just don't know Spanish because I'm one of those whitewashed ones.
Piece of cake. Gonna need some of this.
Also, that means if I learn Spanish, I have to talk to Mexicans because there aren't many like El Salvadorians over here. Like, I joked in that Resident Evil 6 stream that I don't like Mexicans very much. It's funny. And like it's
He says that we're
it's
playing with
somewhat
one.
true. I know, right? It's true to an extent. Ivan's the good Mexican. Ivan's one of few Mexicans that isn't like lazy and spoiled and entitled. That's all I'm gonna say. Ivan's got a fucking mortgage, and that's a lot better than a lot of people. Not only a lot of people his age, but like a lot of other Mexican kids I met. Because fuck, they're so entitled. I hate to be a little racist, but man, I'm not gonna lie. But again, all Latinos are racist against each other, though. I'm sure Ivan's got some beef with El Salvadorians. Well, no, he didn't, because earlier he said it was like the Borderlands character. So you know what? It's all cool. I get it. I can speak English better than my home language. Yeah. Oh god, this UI is taking a little bit to get used to. But yeah, I'm dominantly an English speaker. At some point, I want to start making stuff in Japanese. Maybe not the streams so much, but my videos, I eventually want to dub them in Japanese because these games are also popular in Japan, so it just makes sense. But yeah, English and Japanese are kind of all I'm good at right now, and I'm not even really good at Japanese. I need a lot of help with it. Do I have any gestures?
Ready to hunt. Sorry, almost done. Yeah, this'll be easy.
Ivan lets me go goblin 3 times and then gives me shit 1 time. Oh, that's awesome. All right, you have one of those.
Yeah, the Gus Krebs.
Yeah. Oh, we're fighting all monsters. Okay. I was gonna say, which ones are we hunting again?
There's the target. Say goodbye.
That was not the input I meant to make. That one too. Ooh, shit.
This is the end.
He's gonna shit. Oh, fuck. I got shit
You've been
on me.
shatted on.
Yeah, I got sharded on. She farted on my dick. She shitted on my shit. Do I have any null berries? Oh, I can't even eat a null berry. Okay. I'm so covered in crap that I can't use anything.
Be careful. It's up to something.
Gonna shit again, yeah.
This is the end. Here it comes. Be careful.
The guy shits a lot, Jesus.
Yeah.
Farewell.
That's epic.
Here it comes.
Oh, that was cool.
I've been paralyzed.
Oh shit.
Ow.
Here's me collecting from bone piles.
Have a taste of this.
Oh, there we go.
Ugh.
After it. No, you don't.
I guess what is your home language, Squiggly? I probably should have asked that. Oh, Mongolian. Oh, hell yeah.
I'll just take this. This is gonna be good. See ya. A skilled rider you are. I'm your master now.
Oh, that's great. I just noticed your dog is fighting with an umbrella lol. Yeah. I love the dogs in this game so much.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Mine has a gun.
I love the palicos too. Like I like that in world all the palicos have like a bunch of different gadgets you can give them. And it's sort of like a similar vein in this game too. It's really cool.
I mean, the cats are usually pretty hit or miss. Usually they fail me because they're just standing there looking at me as I die.
Yeah.
Though in terms of there's only like two companions that I've ever really fucking like cherished. That is first of all Palamute. Second of all, Cha-Cha and Kayamba from 3 Ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah, when you said my dog, I thought he was talking about my IRL dog, and I'm like, what? I always forget that I have my Palamute set up. I have it set up a certain way, and then I just kind of forget, and it just kind of fades in the background while I fight. Is there any advantage to having a cat because you can ride the dogs? I think the palicos have like a larger variety of tools, right?
Yeah, they can like do like a variety of different support roles. They technically can offer more like they can offer like what healing. Sometimes they can place traps or just help with just more damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's different kinds of them. So you can have like a fighting one or like a trapping one or a healer. So they can play like a cool support role, whatever role you kind of need. Whereas like the Palamutes are sort of like an all-in-one helper. Like you can ride on them. In single player, you can have both the Palamute and the Palico, which is really cool too.
Or have two dogs or two cats.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I think people who like min-max this game usually run two Palicos because damage.
Yeah. It helps sometimes to have
I-
the Palico damage the monster.
And I'm just like, I want my dog.
Yeah. I don't know. There's too much utility out of the Palamute.
Mostly, I just kind of like them because first of all, getting around the map is much simpler with them. Second, I forgot what I've exactly given in mind other than the gun, which helps like apply the weapon status effect, so I can put them to sleep faster, and also restrains them.
Guys over here. Yeah. And then the cool thing is like a Palico doesn't have to be actively in your party to be useful. As a matter of fact, I could fast travel to this one over here. I think this is either a Palico or a Palamute. But like you can place them around the map and they can be okay, yeah, that one's a Palamute. You can place them around the map and they can be like a fast travel
I thought
point.
those things you can swap between the two.
Oh, really?
I truth be told, I have not used them a single time in my whole time playing this game.
I use them very rarely because I put them in places where like the camps aren't. So with the idea that I would use them more, and then like I end up just not using them. I have a bad habit of not using these guys at all.
Weapons getting dull.
But yeah, like you can sharpen and use items on the back of the Palamute while you're running around, which is really cool. It's not like the Palico is so bad, it just means you move around a little slower, which like depending on how you play, honestly, given how fast you move in this game, it's really not that big a downside. Because like even without the Palamute, you move so stupidly fast.
I think at the end of the day, it's personal. It's like just personal preference.
Yeah, it really is. Because I know one of my friends, Connor, was in the RE6 stream earlier. I know when he plays this game, he usually goes Palico. Oh shit.
Knew I could count on you.
Another cool thing about this game is you always have one buddy with you though, even when you play online. Whereas like in World, you have to be playing in like a lobby of 2 people or a single player in order for the Palico to show up. Which in theory, you don't really need the Palico in World if you have like 3 or 4 people, but like I don't know, it's still cool because it is really useful. There's been many a time where my Palico has been more useful than the actual like human player that I play with. Like I'll play randoms sometimes in World and like the Palico will be genuinely more useful than just another dude, so it kind of depends. Oh, I was expecting that to be an attack. Rise has a lot of fake out moves like that, I've noticed, because World doesn't really have anything like that. Where like a monster will just breathe on you and then it just fucks off. After this stream, I gotta render that Silent Hill 4 stream. Because what happened was I played all of Silent Hill 4 in one sitting. It was crazy, and there were like a bunch of people like following and like subscribing to me during that stream. Because I streamed for almost 14 hours. And I played the entire game in one sitting. And then YouTube, for whatever reason, cut the VOD short. So instead of like 13 minutes and 54 minutes, 13 hours and 54 minutes, it cut it down to like 11 hours and like 2 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck? Like some of the coolest stuff was in the last 2 hours of the game. So I had to download the Twitch VOD, which is a lower quality than the YouTube stream, and then like upscale it, and then now I have to re-render it. And I don't really do any streams or videos on the weekends. That's usually my break time. So I'm like, oh, after this stream, I can queue that render right up. I literally have it prepped so that once the stream ends, I can get straight to rendering it, and it renders at 20 frames per second. So if you do the math, 20 frames per second on a almost 14-hour stream, 14 times 3, it's gonna take the several days to make that happen. So that's kind of why I'm doing it on the weekend. And then God knows how long YouTube is gonna need to encode that stream. It's gonna take a while, but it's genuinely one of my most favorite streams I've ever done. That game was so captivating that I played it all in one sitting. And the funniest part is I thought that game was gonna be trash. I thought I was gonna hate that fucking game, because everyone told me, oh, it's a bad Silent Hill game, don't play it, it's the bad one. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'll give it a fair chance. You know, Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 were really good. And then 4, honest to God, man, 4 is like the best one so far. It's easily my favorite. I was kind of in denial of it while I was streaming it. I'm like, oh, I might like Silent Hill 3 more. But no, for SH4, man, that game is god tier. Actually god tier. I'm like amazed by how great that game was. Yeah, Squiggly saying, God damn, I know, right? So it's that VOD, that's assuming my PC doesn't like crash or have any like issues, which theoretically it shouldn't. It hasn't really crashed on a render in like a really long time. But the longer a render takes, the more likely something like that is to happen. So that's assuming nothing goes wrong during the rendering process, which is really annoying. And if that fails, I might just literally upload the whole Twitch VOD without like editing it or anything.
I'll be taking this.
But yeah, it sucks that YouTube did that, because now I have to go out of my way to make sure people can see that stream, because it was genuinely one of my most favorites, and like a lot of people loved that one. A lot of people loved it. Is there any advantage to having a cat? Oh, my bad. I accidentally moved the screen up. I was like, what? I thought I answered that question. Is the Twitch quality that bad? It's not terrible. It's more of like, I prefer to upload in like 4K or 8K on my YouTube, because that's kind of just the standard I set on that. Whereas like Twitch doesn't let me stream at that high of a resolution. It lets me, I think that Silent Hill 4 stream was actually in 1080p. And then recently I bumped it up to 1440 because Twitch lets me do that apparently. But yeah, it's not that it looks necessarily bad, it's just like it doesn't look as bad as it just doesn't look as good as the YouTube one. So I'm like, fuck, I might want to upscale it or something. But it's not like the Twitch one is bad. Which is why I'm contemplating just uploading the Twitch VOD as a whole, because the Twitch VOD is like 33 gigs, which is a lot, but I can't imagine what this final render is going to be, being it's going to take a 1080p clip and upscale it to like 8K with HDR, and it's got a little, I have some enhancements on it. I kind of EQ'd the audio a little bit to make my mic sound a little better, and then like I said, the upscaling, I sharpened it like the tiniest bit. There's some things that just make it look a little nicer that I'm doing. And what's funny is that 20 FPS render speed, that's whether I do the enhancements or not. For whatever reason, I guess there's just a weird limitation with DaVinci Resolve that just results in that. So I don't know. I probably should end this stream soon, because I gotta take my younger brother to work at 12:30 apparently. 12:30 in the afternoon, that'll give me like 12 hours to sleep. That's not a big deal. But seems like a handful of people came across this Monster Hunter stream actually, which is really cool. I don't know what it is. When I stream Monster Hunter, things go good. Whereas like Resident Evil 6, it'll sometimes go right, and then sometimes it won't, and then like, I don't know, it's weird. And then Silent Hill, things always go awesome. People always find me during my Silent Hill playthroughs. and then they end up subscribing because, like, here's sort of my business model lately. A lot of people don't realize that they're Capcom fans. A lot of people, they like some series, and then they, by proxy, they happen to like a Capcom version of that. So like I've been getting a lot of Silent Hill fans subscribing because they also by coincidence happen to like Resident Evil, which is really cool. It's part of the reason why I've been streaming non-Capcom games on my channel, because like I said, some people don't know they're a Capcom fan, and it's cool because it simultaneously gives me some new games to play too. Like I never played Silent Hill until I started streaming it, and I'm really happy that I have, because those games are amazing. They're phenomenal, man. When should I end the stream?